Right now, somewhere in Central America, a massive ship, longer than 3 football fields and weighing over 100,000 tons, is being lifted through a staircase made of water by nothing but gravity. This is the Panama Canal, a man-made waterway that slices through an entire continent, connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. But how exactly does this engineering masterpiece work? And why is it still one of the most valuable pieces of real estate on Earth? The urgent need for a shortcut. For centuries, ships traveling between the east and west coasts of the Americas faced a nightmare journey, more than 13,000 miles around Cape Horn at South America's tip. Storms, ice, and shipwrecks made it one of the most dangerous sea routes in history. A shortcut across Panama's 50-mile-wide land bridge could cut the journey by weeks, saving time, money, and lives. But turning that dream into reality was easier said than done. The French disaster. The first attempt came in the 1880s, led by French engineer Ferdinand de Lesseps, the man who built the Suez Canal. But unlike Suez's flat desert, Panama was a swampy, mountainous nightmare. Rain triggered landslides. Tropical diseases like malaria and yellow fever swept through the camps, and poor planning crippled progress. After spending millions and losing more than 20,000 workers, the French abandoned the project. The American comeback. In 1904, the United States took over, but they knew the project couldn't succeed without tackling its deadliest enemy, disease. Under Dr. William Gorgas, mosquito control programs wiped out malaria and yellow fever from the canal zone. Massive steam shovels carved through mountains, and workers built dams, lakes, and locks on an unprecedented scale. After 10 years and $375 million, the most expensive construction project in history at the time, the Panama Canal opened in 1914. How it works. The genius of the Panama Canal lies in its lock system. Imagine a staircase for ships. Each lock chamber is like a giant bathtub that can raise or lower a vessel using water from Gatun Lake. Step 1. Entry. Ships enter the first lock, and massive steel gates close behind them. Step 2. Lift. Fresh water from Gatun Lake flows in through underwater culverts, raising the ship up to 28 feet per lock. Step 3. Crossing the divide. At the highest point, ships sail across Gatun Lake, 85 feet above sea level. Step 4. Descent. Locks on the other side lower the ship back to sea level before it exits into the opposite ocean. What's truly incredible? No pumps are used. The entire system runs purely on gravity, moving 52 million gallons of water for each transit. Scale and impact. Today, more than 14,000 ships pass through the canal each year, transporting over 250 million tons of goods. This single waterway handles 6% of global trade, from grain and oil to cars and electronics. The toll for passage isn't cheap. Some large ships pay over $450,000 for a single trip. But compared to the extra time and fuel costs of going around South America, it's a bargain. The expansion and the future. By the 2000s, the world's ships were getting too big for the original locks. In 2016, Panama completed a $5 billion expansion, adding the Neo-Panamax locks to handle the latest mega-container ships. But the canal faces new challenges. Droughts caused by climate change have reduced water levels in Gatun Lake, limiting the number of ships that can pass. Engineers are now exploring ways to save water and ensure the canal survives another century. The Panama Canal is more than just a shortcut. It's proof that with determination, innovation, and courage, humans can reshape the planet to meet their needs. Over a century later, this 50-mile waterway remains one of the most important lifelines of global trade. If you enjoyed this journey into engineering history, hit like, subscribe, and join us as we uncover more marvels that keep our modern world running.